Have you ever wondered what lies directly beneath the ground you are standing on? We always look upward, toward the sky, but the greatest secrets in human history are not hidden above us, they are buried below. Ancient stories speak of hidden passageways, tunnels built to survive catastrophes, places of worship, and underground worlds where powerful empires concealed their deepest secrets. A Turkish city where 20,000 people once lived beneath the earth. Ancient American legends where people descended underground to escape destruction. And a restricted mountain in Russia that reportedly hides the largest underground complex in the world. These places are different, yet they all point toward one truth. Humans have always tried to hide their secrets beneath the surface. What really exists in those depths, and who is still stopping us from going there today? Welcome once again to Factify TV. The first solid evidence of a hidden underground world emerged in Turkey during the 1960s. In Cappadocia, a man was renovating his house when he knocked down a wall, and instead of foundation stones, he discovered a tunnel. That tunnel branched into multiple pathways and descended deeper and deeper underground. What he had uncovered was the entrance to a city that had been sealed for centuries, a city whose existence had been completely forgotten. Today, we know it as Derinkuyu. This underground city extends nearly 280 feet below the surface and consists of at least 18 levels. Archaeologists estimate that up to 20,000 people could live there at one time, along with their families, livestock, food supplies, and water sources. It was essentially a fully functional town, entirely hidden underground. Its design is astonishing. Narrow corridors open into massive communal halls, giant circular stone doors, some weighing over half a ton, could seal entire sections. Ventilation shafts ran through multiple levels, delivering fresh air even to the deepest chambers, some as deep as modern skyscrapers turned upside down. There were wells for water, storage rooms, kitchens, and small chapels, all carved directly into volcanic rock. Derinkuyu was not a hastily dug emergency shelter. It was a fully engineered underground city designed to sustain life for long periods of time. But how was it built? That remains a mystery. Carving a single room into volcanic rock is understandable, but removing millions of cubic feet of stone, reinforcing chambers, and cutting precision ventilation shafts, all using hand tools, is extraordinary. Archaeologists believe it was constructed around 100 BC, over 2,100 years ago. Yet the precision of its ventilation system and the sheer volume of excavated stone do not align with the tools believed to be available at that time. Even modern engineers admit that constructing and maintaining such a structure today would be an enormous challenge. Why was it built? The common explanation is defense. Cappadocia faced repeated invasions by Persians, Byzantines, and Mongols. The ability to disappear underground provided a powerful form of protection. From this perspective, Derinkuyu functioned as a massive bunker. But this explanation fails to answer one question. If the goal was temporary shelter, why were there churches, wine cellars, and living quarters? Clearly, this was not meant to be temporary. Some researchers suggest the carved religious spaces indicate spiritual significance. Others believe the city was expanded layer by layer across generations. Derinkuyu remained hidden until the 1960s, not because it was destroyed, but because its entrances were sealed. For centuries, the people living above had no idea an entire city lay beneath their homes. Even today, some areas remain closed, and archaeologists suspect deeper levels may still exist, never fully mapped. Locals claim that tunnels stretch for miles, connecting Derinkuyu to other underground cities across Cappadocia, like an ancient underground highway system. If true, what we have seen so far is only a small portion of a vast hidden network beneath central Turkey. If Cappadocia's tunnels were designed for protection, the tunnels beneath ancient Mexican pyramids were sealed for a very different reason. Beneath the ruins of Teotihuacan, once home to over 100,000 people, archaeologists discovered underground passageways that had been deliberately hidden for nearly 2,000 years. The most famous discovery occurred in 2003 when heavy rain created a sinkhole near the Temple of the Feathered Serpent. Archaeologist Sergio Gomez descended into the pit and found an entrance blocked by massive stones. Inside was a tunnel running nearly 330 feet beneath the pyramids, ending in sealed chambers directly under the temple's center. What Gomez and his team found was not just an architectural marvel, but a mystery that still confounds experts. Inside the tunnel were offerings, jade, seashells, ceramics, strange figurines, and most disturbingly, pools of liquid mercury, shimmering like water in the light. Why would an ancient pre-Columbian civilization transport and seal mercury underground? Mercury is rare, extremely toxic, and difficult to mine. For decades, scholars doubted mercury was even used in ancient America, until this discovery. Some researchers believe the mercury symbolized rivers or lakes of the underworld, reflective surfaces representing the boundary between life and death. Others see it as part of a cosmic landscape, a sacred underground model of the universe where transformation rituals were performed. The tunnel's engineering deepens the mystery. Walls were coated with crushed pyrite and hematite, creating a star-filled sky effect under torchlight. Reflective mineral spheres were also found, possibly representing stars or planets. Unlike Derinkuyu, this was not a refuge. It was a carefully constructed underworld, a place where priests and rulers descended into darkness to reenact creation myths and communicate with the gods. The tunnel was intentionally sealed with massive stones and remained inaccessible for nearly 2,000 years, ensuring no one could return. The effort required to carve the tunnels, decorate them with minerals, and transport mercury from distant regions suggests deliberate secrecy. Teotihuacan's pyramids were not just monuments reaching toward the sky, they were gateways descending into the earth. Above ground, the Avenue of the Dead stretched for miles. Below ground, hidden tunnels recreated rivers, stars, and cosmic realms unseen by ordinary citizens. This duality, public power above, secret rituals below, reveals a civilization where secrecy was as important as strength. In Peru's Andes Mountains, the site of Chavín de Huántar reveals something even stranger. Tunnels designed to alter the human mind. Flourishing between 1200 and 500 BC, Chavín was a ceremonial center. On the surface, its stone temples resemble other ancient Andean sites, but beneath them lies a complex network of galleries and corridors unlike anything else in the region. These tunnels were not built for housing or hiding rulers. They were engineered to manipulate sound, light, and perception. Archaeologists describe them as echo chambers and disorienting labyrinths. Some passages are so narrow that only one person can pass, while others suddenly open into large chambers where sound seems to come from every direction at once. In 1992, farmers in China's Zhejiang province decided to drain a pond believed to be natural. When the water was removed, they uncovered the entrance to a massive hand-carved cavern, and it wasn't alone. Over the next few years, more than 24 similar chambers were discovered, now known as the Longyu Caves. Each cavern is enormous, with high ceilings, vast halls, and walls covered in uniform chisel marks. Yet there are no historical records, no inscriptions, no local legends explaining their construction. It appears as if an ancient civilization carved an entire underground complex, then erased all evidence of its existence. Some chambers reach over 100 feet in height, large enough to house aircraft hangars. An estimated 1 million cubic meters of stone were removed. Even with modern technology, this would be a monumental task. Archaeologists believe the caves were carved at least 2,000 years ago, yet in a civilization as meticulous as ancient China, how could such a massive project vanish from history? Some suggest they were stone quarries, but if so, why finish the walls with decorative chisel patterns? And why are the chambers completely empty? No debris, no tools, no artifacts. The mystery remains unsolved. Throughout history, humanity has hidden what it values most beneath the Earth's cities, weapons, and perhaps secrets we are not meant to uncover. They remain buried in darkness, waiting to be discovered. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Factify TV. Please like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for your continued support, and we'll see you in the next incredible video.